A Sports Beat presentation. Game Night Live kicks off now. Brought to you by Roseman University, the dental clinic.
Yeah, hi there, everybody. Welcome to the Beat. Glad to have you aboard tonight. Week 5 of the high school football season is in the books now. A number of teams opening up region play, but we still had some pretty good non-region matchups, including our game of the week. We headed to Pleasant View last night. Weber hosting Viewmont. Both teams coming in 3-1, and you got to watch it live on our KSL TV app. All right, if you make it, Weber wins. Here we go. Pleasant View on a cool and crisp Friday night of high school football. Weir, touchdown, Viewmont. Davis Weir, 13 yards. Jackson Barber with the catch. Second down and goal at the 4.
Oh, yeah.
Carter Green's got it. Carter Green's got a touchdown for Weber. 23-yard field goal by Preston Pitt is up, and it is good. And we are tied at 10. Warriors 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Oh, nice play.
This could be a touchdown.
Oh, nice one.
It is a touchdown. Carter Green, 14 yards. So we have come to the end of the first half. Weber leading Viewmont 17-10. Bartholomew busts out of the pack, and Austin Bartholomew.
Oh, my goodness, he's going to go.
It's a foot race to the end zone. Austin Bartholomew is going to have a 77-yard touchdown.
Wow. That was Colton Jones.
Colton Jones with the direct snap and the 77-yard touchdown. And Davis Weir at his goal line going to throw it out. This is going to be picked off. It is. It's a pick 6 for Weber. Ryan Hogue. And just like that, Weber blows this thing wide open.
The quarterback's eyes before the play came. They've been running slants and hitches the whole time, so I just drove on it and made the play and party in the end zone, like we always say. So
party in the end zone.
Party in the end zone. That's this team's motto right now.
Wow.
Caught by Bushy, and Lucas Bushy's going to have a touchdown. That helps soften the blow a little bit. All right. Carter in for the 13-yard touchdown, Carter Green. And that will finish off the Viewmont Vikings. The Weber Warriors with 30 points in the second half. They beat the Viewmont Vikings 37-17.
It's a great feeling. We're on a roll. Couldn't feel better. I have to give all the credit to my coaches and my O-line. I mean, they blocked as well as it could have been done, and so we're feeling good.
Party on in the end zone.
Party on in the end zone, sir.
Scott Mitchell, Jason Buck calling the game with me on our KSL TV app. First of all, our first Friday night, crisp, cool football weather.
Finally. I feel like we live in Arizona or something. You know, it's all hot weather.
And the field was just chewed up with mud.
Oh, man, a defensive lineman's dream, right? Just rolling around in the mud, the cold fall air. It's football season.
What impressed you most about Weber?
Well, it was definitely Carter Green. I mean, he was, he's been a 4-year starter. He had some just amazing runs. The field in its, unevenness and wet and soggy conditions didn't bother him at all. And he just had great vision, made great cuts, big plays, big moments, and he's a big-time player that stepped up for Weber.
What impressed you most about this thing?
Well, I agree with Scott. I mean, he just played, Carter Green played a fantastic game. Viewmont was in this game all the way through the first half. I mean, it looked very evenly matched. And then Weber came out and scored quick in the second half, and Viewmont threw that pick six, and it looked like it just broke their back. And then, you know, Weber just rolled on from there.
Well, we can expect football weather from here on out. I guess fall is next week officially, right?
Well, we hope we can.
Yeah.
You know, never know. This weather in Utah, it could be 100 degrees. But
Next week, we're going to make our first appearance as Game Night Live to Cypress High. They take on Kearns. That should be a lot of fun out there, Magnet.
yeah, it will be, and you know, hopefully we'll have that special moment. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but a little halftime surprise. But it'll be a fun football game.
All right, if you want to check out these guys, go to Rivals Podcast.
Text to Rivals at 65537 if you want some amazing entertainment.
All right, 2 weeks ago, Riverton lost one of the most exciting games of the season, a 6-overtime thriller to Provo. They rebounded with a win against Pleasant Grove last week. So, were they ready for another OT thriller this week? Last night, they hosted West Jordan. Second quarter, scoreless, when the Jags would get things going in a big way. Carl Jerem Odom back to receive the punt, and there he goes. 60-yard return. Jaguars up 7-3 at the half. Fourth quarter, Riverton trailing 10-3, a minute to play. Travis Mahoney punches it in for the Silver Wolves, so guess what? We're going to overtime. First overtime. That should give you a hint there. West Jordan with the ball first, but not for long. Fumble. Riverton recovers, so now all they've got to do is kick a field goal or touchdown. It's over. Stockton Lund on for the field goal. It's no good. So we go to a second OT. Riverton again with the ball. Again trying for a field goal. Plenty of leg, but wide left. So now West Jordan's turn. Ben Anderson, David Roberts. He does the rest. That is your ball game, kids. West Jordan 16, Riverton 10 in double OT. West Jordan now 4-1. Lone Peak at Kearns. First quarter. Kearns trailing 7-0. 4th and 3. Osak Matua on the keeper. Needed just 3, but he gets 39. Touchdown to tie it up. But then Lone Peak, Brock Jones to Brigham Trowbridge. They started to heat up. 15-yard touchdown in the second quarter. Third quarter, more of the same. And the Knights started to pull away with this thing. They hooked up 3 times on the night for touchdowns. Knights moved to 4-1 with the 18-point win. For the last few years, Snow Canyon has watched as the other teams in Region 9 played for or won the state title. Maybe this is their year in 4A, huh? They gave Dixie a scare last week. Another test hosting Pineview. Ryan Javinas with the dump off to Jacob Mapungi, and he's off to the races. 37-yard touchdown. A little slippery there. Pineview up 14-7. Snow Canyon with a bit of good luck. Austin Staley guns it to Andrew Day. Great catch, great concentration. From 53 yards for the touchdown. Snow Canyon would get the win over Pineview, 27-20. All right, last couple of years, Skyline hasn't put up the numbers that they have been used to, but this season, Eagles off to a good start, 2-1, but they had a tough test last night against 4-0 Brighton. It was homecoming for Brighton, and the Jazz Bear doing his best to help out the Bengals. Brighton QB Alex Zettler starts things off for the Bengals. He'll take it 67 yards for the touchdown, and Brighton takes a 7-0 lead, but Skyline, no triple option here. They're slinging it. Tommy McGrath, 24-yarder to Taylor Larson. Ties it up. Second half, McGrath to Larson again. 39-yard touchdown this time. Eagles take a 21-10 lead. Skyline, they're pouring it on. 5 touchdown passes from McGrath. Skyline gets the win, 42-28. Westlake, American Fork. 1-point game in the first. American Fork driving. Errol Dean makes the catch, breaks a couple of tackles. Touchdown. Caveman putting up a lot of points early. Second quarter, Bronson Barron. He's going for it all. Chase Roberts there, got it. Touchdown. 42 points in the first half for American Fork. They take care of Westlake, 56-20. 6A Region 2, Hunter hosting Cypress. Hunter in the red zone. Deson Cash to Jeff Salve into the end zone. Cypress playing catch-up now. Maega Gasu powers his way into the end zone, but Hunter just had too much offense, and they get their first region win, 42-21. Skyridge looking for its first ever 5-0 start. Only been in business a couple years ago. Hosting Spanish Fork, first quarter. Skyridge backed up inside the 10, but no problem for Alex Palmer. He finds a hole and gone. 92 yards. Untouched. Falcons take an early lead. They never let up. In the first, Hayden Clemens to Nathan Upham. Got the toe tap down. Skyridge up 14-0. Still in the first. Clemens over the middle to Baden Stambaugh. 21 points in the first quarter. They go on to win it 52-7. Clemens ended the night with 4 TD tosses. Skyridge not the only Utah County team that's undefeated. Timpanogos off to a 4-0 start, hosting Uinta. Timberwolves defense all over the place in the second half. Caleb Ashdown with the pick to stop a Uinta drive. Then with the Utes backed up, the T-Wolves come away with a sack and safety. Ensuing drive, Timpanogos, Gabe Sweeten. Oh, that's sweet to Max McSchwarter. And he does the rest. 37-7 is your final. They'll open up region play next week with Wasatch. All right, we still have plenty of highlights to come. Also, who says you have to be big to play with the big boys?
I found a lot of joy. I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't like it. It's been awesome.
Big heart, big desire is courage and determination to play the game he loves. Well, with realignment, we have teams in new regions, which provides us with some interesting region matchups, like Region 3 last night. Taylorsville and East. First quarter we go. Taylorsville, Dane Letuala. Guy's got a gun. Finds Caleb Schulte inside the 5, and that's going to set up Letuala. Pounds his way in for 6. Warriors on the board first. Second quarter, East will take over. Charlie Vinson, he gets loose. You're not going to catch this dude. 64 yards, and the Leopards score 30 in that quarter. 7 rushing touchdowns for the night as East with the 64-19 win. Woods Cross and Roy, Wildcats looking for their 3rd straight win. Third quarter, Ashton Cornelius throwing it up for Judge Samualu. He comes down with it, and then he takes it in the end zone. Woods Cross up 17-0 in the 4th. Roy beginning to rally. Trace Tupe, he's in for 4 yards out. Then Jackson Dart looking, and then finding Sam Stimson, 30-yard touchdown, cutting the lead to 3. But that's as close as they would get. Woods Cross hangs on. 17-14 is your final. Lehigh visiting Maple Mountain. Golden Eagles trailing by 12 in the 4th, but here they come. Cameron Dorney to Ethan Nelson. Back to the end zone, cuts the lead to 5. Lehigh, though, answers. Cameron Cooper. Cade Moore. Moore caught 13 passes, 279 yards, 3 touchdowns. Pioneers get the win over Maple Mountain. All right, renewing old rivalries in northern Utah with the 2 new high schools in Cache Valley last couple of years. It brings back old region rivals, and they met last night. Skyview hosting Bear River. Now, these 2 were fierce rivals back in the 70s. Bobcats coming into this thing undefeated thanks in large part to this guy. Jackson Sinaway. He finds Mason Falslab. 56 yards. It's 20-3 Bobcats. Maybe the best play of the night coming up right here. Ryder Lundahl. Made immediately after the catch. 3 Bears got him. Somehow he spins away. 3 more lose him. Another one. Loses his helmet. Okay, that's where he stopped. But that's pretty cool. Hardest 10 yards that you'll ever see, right? Later, sit away to Kobe Wilson. 27-3, your final. Skyview now 5-0. Ridgeline took a lot of Mountain Crest players last year when it opened up. These 2 met for the first time last night. First quarter, Brady Hall wide open as Nick Nether caught. 8-yard touchdown, 80-yard touchdown. Mountain Crest never looked back in this thing. Hall would throw 3 TDs, but he also ran for another. Right here, he got a 5-yard score in the second quarter. Mountain Crest improved to 5-0. 2 5-0 teams in Cache Valley. They meet next week for first place in region play. Manti Summit Academy. Manti trying to avoid the shutout here. But they're getting close, but they fumble it away inside the 15. Summit Academy would take advantage. Hayden Reynolds. He had 3 touchdown tosses, 2 of them to that guy, JT Kupiak. Summit Academy with a 28-0 win, and they move to 5-0. Oh, it was a muddy mess in Millard County. The rivalry between Delta and Millard coming down to this. Delta down 9-7 in the fourth, ball loose, but Delta's Jamin Bruff picks it up, and there he goes. He'll take it in for a touchdown. That would turn out to be the game-winning score. The Delta D will do the rest as the Rabbits take down their rival, Millard. All right, if you watched the Highland Rams game the last couple of years, you've obviously noticed a player that's not big in size, but huge in heart, desire, and determination to play the game he loves. Jeremiah Jensen has his story.
Yes, playing the game of football is a challenge for Zach Schreider. That challenge has been a dream. The senior at Highland High School has had to overcome much more difficult things. The grind of a high school football season is nothing when you've had to face cancer.
I was 14 years old. I just started high school, pretty much about to start high school, and I was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma.
He underwent surgery and 4 rounds of chemotherapy. It wasn't easy, but a positive attitude got him through the dark days.
It got me stronger, like mentally and physically, because when I was going through treatments, I watched other kids go through it. I always felt bad because I couldn't watch someone go through with this, and it just strengthened me that if a kid younger than me can have this great attitude and can just go through it, I can do the same.
Cancer was not Zach's first brush with adversity.
I was born with achondrodysplasia, which is dwarfism, which is the shortness of the arms and legs. Like, I got bullied a lot when, like, elementary, and they would, like, people would look at me weird, or they would call me names, but I kept a good, positive attitude and just went on with my life and didn't let them bother me.
His size hasn't kept him from pursuing his passion.
Told my dad, I want to play football. I want to play football.
Start out coming. Good. He just needed an opportunity, and that came at a parent-teacher conference with his weightlifting class teacher. Get up! Go, 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 go! Highland head football coach Brody Benson.
And I talked to him about being a manager for us, and he kind of looked at me with a, kind of this look, and he said, well, how about I play? And without hesitation, I'm like, of course.
Let's go, get off the field, go! Zach is 4'3" and weighs 120 pounds. His position, defensive tackle.
Pretty much we're the front line for defense. We set the tone, and it's just fun going and getting a tackle against somebody.
Come on, Fitz. There is no special treatment, no handouts. Use your hands to get him off, Zach. Let's go.
The biggest thing that Zach wants is to be treated like everybody else, and so he'll call guys out if they're sistering on the line of scrimmage, taking it easy. He'll call them out, and he doesn't shy away from that, which I think is awesome.
Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Zach is getting faster and stronger. He continues to improve, and the impact he has on his teammates can't be measured.
He's a fighter, man. Like, we have to fight just like he does. I view him as a silent leader, I think. Just leads by example. It's just like how I said, it comes out with a good attitude, comes out ready to learn and work. And some of us lack of that sometimes, but when we just look at his story, it just makes us have a better day and makes us pick it up in practice.
Zach is an inspiration to himself, to this program, definitely, to me as a coach. I'd love to have somebody like Zach on my team every single year.
Zach is now a senior leader and having the time of his life, enjoying every minute of an opportunity he wasn't sure he would get.
I found a lot of joy. I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't like it. Words can't describe it. It's been awesome. Like, that's all I can say. It's been awesome. It's been nice trying to prove people wrong, saying, hey, size doesn't mean everything.
Zach is also a wrestler at Highland High School. After high school, he plans on serving a mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and going to college. In Salt Lake City, I'm Jeremiah Jensen, KSL 5 News.
All right, JJ, thank you. Zach, you're awesome. Lesson learned here. When we think that we can't do something, all we need to do is think of what Zach can do. Yeah, the highlight reel, it's loaded up and ready to roll. The best of Week 5 all loaded up in the highlight reel. That's next.